Hello Pisces. Welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading, the full Celtic cross, new energies that are coming in for Pisces. Energies coming in for Pisces, new energies. And as you know, this may not resonate with everyone, be your story. But I do try to reach the masses. Let's see what we can pull up as the beginning energy. Seven of Cups. Maybe you have a lot of choices, options, sometimes even confusing ones. That's incoming energy with the Seven of Cups in the upright. Current environment, or the subject at hand, I should say. Two of Cups in reverse. Maybe you're not accepting some of these options, or maybe you're not sure of these options coming in because it is confusing. The Two of Cups could be about emotional bonds, emotional ties that you have that may help you, that you're wanting, but you're not sure whether to accept them because of the Seven of Cups. This, as you know, is the Two of Cups in reverse with crossing it, the Knight of Swords. That could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Someone that comes across very abrupt sometimes when they're in a negative mood, and maybe that's why. Maybe you think they're too harsh. Maybe they're not being a smooth talker with you, or whatever the reason is, it's crossing you as a pairing with this person. What crowns you is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could mean that you will be working also possibly with some of you the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But being in reverse, I'm thinking it's more like an energy that you don't feel real stable or secure in a situation. Remember, I want to bring up that Seven of Cups. It's about confusion and maybe not so good options. Foundation, this could be you, the Knight of Cups. It could be another Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But I love this card, especially when it's in the upright. It's like someone about ready to make an emotional offer to somebody, a friendship, gifts, anything like that that you love or like. But like I said, it could be you also. In the past, you have the Five of Cups. You had a little bit of disappointment in somebody, a situation. And we will clarify these. So when I start clarifying, it could change up the story, so bear with me. Near future, you're coming out of feeling left out, abandoned, or feeling like you don't have enough with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's good in reverse. Possible future outcome or advice from the universe. Don't give so much of yourself. There should be some give and take, and it could be that you are giving more. You are doing more giving, and someone else is doing all the taking. So there has to be give and take, and it's not there. I will clarify. What is coming towards you or the outside environment is the King of Cups. That could, again, be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone's emotions that are all over the place. Hopes and fears, the Empress. You feel like you're not getting any blessings from this situation. But the outcome is someone holding back their emotions, their security, wealth. Sometimes this means success, too. So, like I said, we'll clarify and find out what's going on. And I do shuffle these cards prior, and I concentrate on your sign. I do a little meditation, about each and every sign before I even turn on the video. But the current environment, you have the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Swords is crossing it. And I told you what that was. That could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or someone whose speech is kind of abrupt, or you can't figure them out sometimes. So the Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, why are you there as a subject at hand for Pisces? The Hermit, someone wants to come out of hermit mode, but you're not sure about accepting any offers. You want to come out and enjoy yourself, but at the same time, you don't want to set yourself up again. Two of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords, the Hermit in reverse. Why are you there for Pisces? Yeah, you don't want to battle. You don't want to battle, but someone may try to battle with you, have conflict with you with the Five of Wands in the upright. So that's the subject at hand. So if this does not sound like you or what you're going through, then it's probably not your story. But if it is, there has been some conflict, and it could have to do with the Knight of Swords. Now, what crowns you is the Queen of Pentacles, and I told you what that was. Let's find out what's going on. Again, there's no give and take. It's like you doing all the giving, maybe someone else is doing all the taking, or vice versa. Maybe you're doing this. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse while you're there, as what crowns Pisces. Queen of Wands, you may be dealing with more than one person, or that you're trying to collaborate in some way, but there seems to be a lot of strife in here. And the Queen of Wands in reverse is a bit of a strife card. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but as someone in reverse like this, they could be just irritated, in a bad mood, not presenting themselves very well, and sometimes just plain mean. You know, there are all kind of reasons for these cards. I gotta move some of these over. But I think what's going on is that you're just dealing with a lot of people. You're trying to come out, enjoy yourself a little bit more, or wanting to come out of, not having enough. And it feels like everybody is, working against you in some sort of way. Now, as the foundation, you got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a great card. This could be you, like I said, or someone offering you a stability of gift, or really emotional gifts, not stability. It's more like emotional and gifts that you love, things that, that that really tap the heart, that really, raise your emotions. Knight of Cups in the upright while you're there for Pisces. I'll get this all out in a minute. I'm just having troubles. But you may walk away from a situation with the Eight of Cups. You may be walking away. Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups while you're there. You may be going for other things and walking away from the strife because you don't want to feel trapped. You're feeling trapped. So for some of you, you could be walking away from the situation because you may feel trapped. For others, this could be a past situation that you're walking away from, but you're going towards something else with the Knight of Cups, because it shows you going forward. Now, in the past, you had some disappointment with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups in the past while you're there for Pisces. Page of Wands could be harsh messages, that you received. Also could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Five of Cups in the upright, Page of Wands in reverse while you're there for Pisces. Yeah, and someone's offering you something in the past you just didn't like with the Four of Cups. It's not that you didn't accept it, you just weren't happy with whatever was offered. Apparently there was some conflict with them cup energies. And you may be walking away, or like I said, going towards something else because you don't want to be trapped. Now, in the near future, you do come out of feeling disappointed and abandonment and not having enough. Five of Pentacles in reverse while you're there in the near future for Pisces. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Maybe you're coming out of abandonment with the Queen of Swords, or they're coming out of abandonment with you, or they're wanting this. So Five of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in the upright while you're there for Pisces. Yeah, and you're coming out of anxiety with the Nine of Swords. That's good. You're coming out of the whatever yuck you were feeling, Now, the possible future outcome or advice from the universe is maybe don't give so much of yourself, without getting something back. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse while you're there for Pisces as a possible future outcome or advice from the universe. Take a little bit of a break if you have to get your, mind together, or relax, go on vacation. Just really recover from whatever you went through. So Six of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in the upright while you're there for Pisces. Because if you keep on giving everything of yourself, it could possibly make you sick, because that's the Four of Swords too. So Four of Swords is someone who needs rest because their energy is zapped, or they need to recover. And if you don't do this, you could have a tower moment. So it's saying more or less think of more of yourself than everybody else around you. You need to take care of yourself. You do. Okay? Now, the outside environment, or what is coming towards you, you got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is in reverse. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I feel like it's someone whose emotions are all over the place. So King of Cups in reverse while you're there for Pisces, as the outside environment or what's coming towards them. Yeah, this person has had their fortune has been upside down. It turned on them. So King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune in reverse while you're there. So it could have started a really, yeah, someone dropped the ball on something, the Two of Pentacles. That left people's emotions all amuck, and it felt like your fortune was lost. So be mindful of the advices to, think of yourself first, because you got to be able to take care of yourself and to do right by yourself before you can even help anybody else out anyway. Now, your hopes and fears is the Empress, and she is in reverse, or he is in, well, it's a she, but we're reading for the masses, so it could be either he or she. But the Empress is in reverse. This is someone who's fearing that there are no blessings coming in, no growth, no fruition. So the Empress in reverse while you're there for Pisces, as the hopes and fears. You're afraid you won't be able to move on from troubled waters with the Six of Swords. So the Empress, Six of Swords, both in reverse while you're there for Pisces. It's the hopes and fears. And you feel like no one's going to collaborate or work with you. But in the end, you do have some success. You hold back your finances. You do take care of yourself. That's what you should do. So I think a lot of you are going to listen to your inner self and know what you got to do. So Four of Pentacles in the upright while you're there for Pisces as the final outcome. Yeah, you're going to work hard for yourself with the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, both in the upright while you're there. And then we're going to sum this up. Yeah, because you don't like to, there's so many choices and confusing options that you're really going to have to work towards what you're wanting. And usually when someone has the Four of Pentacles, they're able to gain more in their life. And it shows that you work hard for it. But it's like you still got a lot of those options. That the Seven of Cups again, remember it was income and energy, of someone having confusing offers or too many offers that they just didn't like. So you're going to be working towards your success. And you're going to be mindful of those Seven of Cups. And remember what the universe is telling you, to think more of yourself, do more for yourself, make yourself healthy, and don't let a tower situation come in. Because when you start, letting people come in and take advantage of you, they will take everything, that's not nailed down. In the end, you're dealing with the King of Pentacles. Again, this could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. As someone, like I said, doesn't feel real stable or secure, feel like they have enough all the time. Usually when in the upright, they're dogmatic, they're looking highly in the community, they're real practical, they're real stable, but this is the opposite way. So it could be that some of you may be dealing with an earth sign, or like I said, someone who just doesn't feel real stable. And I do believe you are working with a couple of people here, not helping you out in the beginning. You were disappointed, you were offered things you didn't like. It kind of probably cost you, even maybe made you feel trapped, and you had to walk away from the situation, or you're thinking about it, or you did. I see people, when they were speaking to each other, it didn't come out right, or that they caused a little bit of strife when they were talking. Like I said, I saw a lot of give and take here. It looks like you were given more and people were taking more instead of helping you out, or it could have been vice versa for a few of you. I do see you coming out of this not having enough. Like I said, it could be with the Queen of Swords, or you yourself could be taking on this energy of a powerful stance and coming out of anxiety. The universe is in agreement with you for doing this because you don't want another tower moment. People are coming towards you that are saying, I don't have enough, I lost my job, I can't pay the rent, my car payment's due. And you got to say to yourself in some ways that I got to pay my bills too, or I got to take care of my health too. You're fearing that there was no growth in this situation and you won't be able to move on troubled waters, and no matter how much you try to collaborate, it doesn't work. That's hopes and fears. In the end, you're going to hold back what's yours, you're going to work harder, and you're going to be more mindful of those cups that are coming towards you that are not exactly your best options all the way. And that is your reading, and I'll be giving another reading soon, hopefully, and I will talk to you later. Bye.